A night of restless sleep comes to you. But when sleep does take you, you have visions of being in a forest once more, not unlike the one that you had traversed to help Caduceus find his family. What do you do?
I will summon the sword. Can I sink it into the earth and try and listen for the voice of the Wild Mother?
You summon the sword to your hand, and what stares back at you is not the runed blade that you found on this journey, but the familiar curved falchion with a singular yellow eye looking back, and you feel a burning pain in your chest. It burns even brighter and hotter. And suddenly it's a pain that is unbearable. As you come to consciousness trying to scream, but you're winded. As a dark figure stands over your bed, a blade plunged in your chest. As you lie there, the blade, a familiar-looking, barnacle-encrusted falchion, partially thrust into your abdomen. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
What are you talking about? This unexpected combat is brought to you by Dwarven Forge.
I would like to shimmy around this side of the mast, and I'm going to release and fall about 5 to 10 feet, and I'm going to cast Hexblade's Curse at the gentleman that's wielding the falchion below me, just about 5 feet after I fall.
Curse
and then I'm going to far step back up to the crow's nest.
All right. On top. That's rad.
That was so cool.
I'll use half my movement to stand up out of prone.
Okay.
I'm going to lean over the railing.
As soon as you lean over, he was holding his action to Eldritch Blast you.
Oh my god.
You take 10 points of force damage.
Oh no!
I go unconscious.
Here's the thing. You said you were leaning over the railing. I need you to go ahead and roll d20 for me.
Okay.
On a 1 to 10, you fall over the edge. On 11 or higher, you fall back into the crow's nest.
Oh boy, this is bad.
8.
Oh no!
Oh, he's dead.
Well, no.
I don't really know how
I just scream my head off and I just scream, Ford!
All right. His turn. You can see as it's jamming the blade into Ford's chest. As Ford screams out and then goes unconscious and is digging into his sternum with the blade, like he's trying to carve a watermelon. Ford, it's your turn. You should make a death saving throw for me.
Oh, this is it. Oh, I hate this!
Yeah, this is the worst.
11.
All right, that's a success. That's a success. As the creature has its blade in its chest, kind of staring off to the side, it gives a look towards one of the spine guys who had climbed over the edge. It leaps down onto the ground, puts its hands on the blade, the Sword of Fathoms as well, and pushes down as it stabs all the way through Ford's chest. The breath leaves his mouth.
Whoops.
Thinking about the conversation I had with Ford just yesterday, I drag dust up my arm and point my hand at the head one and cast Disintegrate.
Oh,
Yes!
shit. Alrighty. So after it slices Orly, and Orly falls on the ground, it jumps on top, takes the blade and jams it from the side of the shelf through the armpit and inside Orly's torso, and it kind of and then twists on the inside, and Orly just goes limp. Pulls the blade out.
So as soon as I get up there, I see Ford laying on the ground. I unleash a battle cry.
Bo is furious and is gonna revert back to like 18-year-old barroom brawl Bo. And she's gonna leap on the back of this fuck that killed Ford.
Nice, fool.
Got it.
Style.
And grab him by the front of his face and just fucking pummel him in the fucking face.
Do it,
Just
do it.
like that crazy bitch just on his back.
At 5th level, I'm going to shoot my hand forward, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay, go for it. Roll for an attack.
I will cast Bernato's crossbow and fire my crossbow.
Okay. So it's going to turn to the others and go,
No.
and you start speaking in a language that I don't think any of you understand.
Is it magical?
No. Not this statement.
Is it deep
And then it reaches down. No, it does not. Grabs Ford by like the chest
Don't you fucking.
and is going to attempt two-dimension door
Counter spell.
Yes.
4th level.
and does not go anywhere. Well, no, because it is a 5th level spell because it's a warlock, so you do still have to roll.
Okay.
To your intelligence modifier.
17.
He does not move. It goes ahead and you watch as this purple energy begins to rise. This kind of like dark ocean begins to swell up around the two of them, and as it releases the incantation to slam the ground, Caleb, flying up, sends his hands down in this wave of this like net, the spiraling net of arcane runes kind of grapples around and shatters the growing doorway. Suddenly it's like looks up angrily at you.
Oh God.
It's gonna try and move.
Yeah, and as he's chanting, a beam of green arcane energy shoots straight through the back of his head and then just starts to melt down and melts a line down through his head, down through his neck, down through his chest.
Runs towards the edge and then just slumps over the side, and you watch as the body slowly kind of melts in the middle of it and then just slops to the ground in two halves.
And I will use my movement to fly and drop right down by Ford's body and check him. And here we are.
So wait.
As you all standing in the pouring rain here on the deck of your ship, you all independently walk up to see there, in scattered pools of blood, unmoving, the dead bodies of Ford and Orly. The storm still flashing overhead, the thunder still roaring. In the middle of this moonless night, none of the other Armada ships, as far as you know, are aware of what transpired here. It sinks in. What had happened, possibly why, and what needs to hopefully be done to rectify it. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Wow. What?
Oh shit, we went late. I'm so sorry.
Oh, fucking.
I wasn't even paying attention to the time.
Wow.
Oh no, I feel really bad.
What a thrill ride.
Well, we're the ones RPing halfway through the
know,
blow.
yeah.
No, it's great.